G'day guys, my name is Trent, aka LaxLime, bringing you week 2 of the PGL. We are up against CrimsonCBAD, who is a really good battler. He is the head coach of the Detriot Steel Wings. He is also has been part of the GBA, so I know he is good, and I was actually really nervous coming into this battle. If I didn't say before, links to his channel as well as his Twitter will be in the description below. Crimson actually has a really good draft. I like it. It's actually really hard to get past. The two threats on his team is actually the Crocodile and Raikou. They can actually really hurt my team, as well as that Melodic can pretty much wall most things. So yeah, I gotta be super careful. But I think I built a pretty good team, and I'm pretty confident in what I think I'm gonna pull off. Basically, we got our Mega Metagross, who is a monster. We've got the Choice Banded Dodrio. We've got an Assault Vest Rhyperior. Assault Vest Rhyperior, I don't know why people don't use it more often. It is so good. Glaceon, who is there as just a sort of a heavy hitter. It does a fair bit of chunk to most of his team. Even with Thick Fat, an Ice Beam, Life Orbed Ice Beam does 50% to a Mega Venusaur, which is fully special defensive, so it can do some damage. I've got Tentacruel just as my special defensive wall, and also Uxie. Uxie is a mixed defense, pretty much a mixed defense wall as well as a utility. He is basically there as some Trick Room support as well for the Rhyperior and Glaceon, because they're a little bit slow. And also, if I can't sort of get in a bit of trouble, if that the Crocodile is scarfed, I can put the Trick Room up, and I would be in a pretty good position to be able to, bring in another Pokemon and take it down. So that is pretty much my team, but we will get into the battle and see how we go. Basically, as I said, super nervous. I was really nervous coming into this battle. I know if I get the proper momentum, I think I'll be pretty right. I actually decided to lead off with Metagross, basically because I just wanted to chip damage something. I'm going to go straight for the Mega Evolution, expecting the Fake Out. Technician Fake Out is a little bit annoying. It shouldn't really do too much because, yeah, it's a Metagross and it's full HP. I haven't put any speed investment in this Metagross because it actually naturally outspeeds everything on his team that it's not going to be able to outspeed. That doesn't make sense. Even if I invest speed into it, a lot of things are going to still outspeed it, so there's no point putting speed into it. Yeah, that makes more sense. But he goes in the U-turn and gets out of there as I just go for the Meteor Mash. Unfortunately, I do miss this Meteor Mash, which sort of sucks because that would have done a decent chunk. Metagross actually does a lot of work against most of his team. Like, it does so much damage. I've got to switch into Tentacruel here. I know the Scald's coming. I'm not going to risk it with Metagross. There's no way early on I'm going to risk that with Metagross. So I just go into Tentacruel. I can basically just start, just going. I just wanted to get some damage off on something, so I decided to go for the knockoff. He does bring in the Blood Root, his Mega Venusaur, which is good play because he's not going to take really any damage from that at all. At this point, I was a little like, oh, what am I going to do? I wasn't really sure of what he was running. If he's running any sort of physical moves, I'd be in a little bit of trouble, but he didn't end up showing any of that. I just gave Sludge Bomb, just looking for damage, and really just to scout out if this thing was specially defensive or physically defensive. It just gives me a good idea later on in the game, because if it is physically defensive, then the Zen Headbutt from the Metagross may potentially not be able to kill. So that gave me a pretty good idea, and I'm happy to switch into Uxie, and I do catch the knockoff on that switch in. Sort of disappointing because that means the leftovers are gone. However, it happens. It happens. He makes a switch out. He just goes straight back into Nutcracker, his Ambipalm. He's just going to do what he normally does, as I set up the Stealth Rocks. So rocks are going to be fairly important, just the chip damage of when he's switching in and out, especially with this the Ambipalm, because U-turn is annoying. I take a pretty significant amount of damage from that hit, but he does make the switch out and goes into his Melodic. I do go for the Trick Room on this turn. My thought was if I can go for the Trick Room, Melodic is annoying. It really blocks the Trick Room, and that's kind of irritating, but what can you do? I was just trying to get some momentum at that point. I do go the slow U-turn, switch out of there, and at this point I decided to go into my Glaceon. I know Glaceon can't really touch this thing too much, but it can't really do a big chunk of damage to me. Like, a Scold's still going to hurt, but like a Hyper Voice will do an okay chunk to him. Like, it's probably like 30%. He probably is carrying the recover, but I'm sort of hoping and praying he's not. He does snag the burn. Super unfortunate. It really was unfortunate. I decided I didn't want to stay around any longer and make the switch out in Tentacruel at this point. I just wanted to go for some, pretty much go for some Sludge Bombs. Like, sort of hoping for the poison. I know he's probably got Marvel Scale, which will be sort of a little annoying if I do get the poison. But I thought at least it puts this thing on a timer, so I know that it can't just keep on recovering on me and being really, really annoying. So basically, plan was Tentacruel's not going to be able to kill this thing at all. There's no chance with the recover stall and everything. So I'm hoping to be able to sort of get a poison off and then switch into a Mon that will be able to take it out at the range that it is. So I can get sort of a free switch in while he's going for recover. I thought that was like sort of my best option. As soon as I'm able to get rid of this Milotic, I've actually sort of got a little bit more free reign with his team to be able to take it down. This is the only thing that's really, really stalling me out. I do snag the poison on that, and he's gone for so many Scolds and still haven't got a Scold burn, which is really rare because I seem to get Scold burned all the time. Yeah, very, very lucky, I guess. So yeah, like I've just got to sort of wear him down. At this point, yeah, just another Sludge Bomb just to get some more chip damage off as he goes for the recover. Now, I'm pretty confident that he was going to go for the recover on the next turn. So at this point, I was thinking, you know what? I think that Dodrio can come in. I know this thing is probably max defense and whatever, bold, the whole works. But I think at this range, like, it should be at least a 2-hit KO. As I said, as soon as I get this Milotic down, I'm sort of in a better position. So he does get the recover off. I was able to predict rightly there. And then I just go straight for the Choice Banded Brave Bird. You know what? Like, Dodrio is a monster. It really, really is. Like, this does a decent chunk to a Milotic. That's probably max defense. That's like 60%. I'm definitely going to survive the next Gold. And then I can just go for the next Brave Bird, basically. And I'll be able to take this thing out. I'm hoping he doesn't switch out, but anything that switches in is still going to take a significant amount, and I'll still be able to get another Brave Bird off in the next one. So, yeah, Milotic is down. Thank goodness that he is down, because that's really gives me a good position. Now, I didn't want to... I sort of wanted to keep Dodrio around for later, because it just will come in handy for the Mega Venusaur. So I decided to switch out, and this is a good point just to go into Metagross at this moment, and then just to be able to get some decent chunk of damage off on something on his team. He will go for the U-turn here, as I can go easily for the Meteor Mash. Meteor Mash will do a decent chunk to anything that comes in, and you know what? So glad that he went into the Mega Venusaur, because he's going to catch this Meteor Mash, and it pretty much just puts it, like, it's pretty much gone now. He's sitting at 1 HP now, or maybe 2. And I can just easily go for the Earthquake, safe play on the next turn to take it out. So that's pretty much both of his physical walls that would have been blocking me from pretty much like not really doing well. So both of them are down, so I'm in a good position now. At this point, I'm going to switch in Rhyperior. The Assault-Vested Rhyperior pretty much walls the hell out of this thing if it doesn't have a hidden power, and I can just retaliate with an Earthquake and take it out. So as you can see, nothing, absolutely nothing with the I do get the Defense Rock, which is pretty disappointing, but I can easily just go predicting the Mesprit to come in here and just went for the Crunch, and that does a decent chunk, a real decent chunk. Like, yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And then, you know what? Anything that he does to me is not going to do much damage at all. So I'm just going to go for the Crunch again and to take it out. After this, pretty much I've got to... Sorry, I'm kind of working out. Well, yeah, after this, he goes back into Jupiter. I can go for the Earthquake at this point. It's sort of querying what he does have here, and I wasn't 100% sure if it was running like Choice Scarf or Choice Specs or whatever. He does end up having the hidden power, I'm assuming probably Grass for the Rotom Wash, as I just go for the Earthquake, which surprises me a little bit with Berry here. I was like, what? I did not see that coming. I really didn't see coming. He ended up living it as well, like just barely. No point switching out. Rapiera has to go down here, so he does get taken out by the HP Grass at this point. So yeah, I've got to go into Tentacruel. I just need to kill this thing now. And like I know I'm going to survive at least a Thunderbolt because I've definitely got enough special defense to survive one Thunderbolt, and I can just go for a Scald to take out the guy. So this guy is out of the way. He's basically, at this point, he's got Crocodile and his Nutcracker Ambipalm left. This is still a problem. It's still a really problem because at this point, Crocodile can actually come in and just sweep my team if it's Scarfed. So I've got to play really, really carefully. Basically, I needed to go in. I needed to sack something off to get Metagross in safely. Uxie's going to get sacked off. That means he can't go for the Fake Out. And when he doesn't have the Fake Out, it means I can get Metagross in really easily. He can't really touch me. He's got nothing really to take me out, unless if he has like some strange move that I'm not expecting. But he does go for the Seed Bomb, and then this is the point where I am able to go for the Agility. So now I know I am going to be faster than Crocodile, and I've really just got to pray like hell that I get a really good roll to be able to take it out. I do end up taking out that and thankfully get the attack raise, so I'm pretty much know that I'm going to be able to take out the Crocodile at this point. I think a non-attack raise will do 99.4, which is sort of what he's sitting on, but with the attack raise, it's definitely going to be a kill, and thankfully I didn't get the miss. I would have cried if I missed that. So I end up taking the victory from Crimson 4-0. Really, really happy with that. It was a really good battle. Yeah, I had a ball. Yeah, if you don't know Crimson, definitely check him out. He does have a lot of experience. He's a really good battler, and he puts out some good content. So yeah, that's pretty much all from me, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you guys stick around, as well as, give me some support. Very, very thankful for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys next time.